I'm doing this video in order to clear up on how to best deal with harmful radiation such as 3G all the way up to perhaps 15G. We don't know. There are various techniques and various ways that one can go about this. First, I would like to say there is no right or wrong way of doing this. You can start by having a Shungite pendant. Shungite is known to be one of the best stones ever to eradicate and reduce radiation in all forms. Shungite has the possibility to bring your DNA back to its natural state. The way that works is that the fullerene, the substance in the shungite, creates this element which has this natural formulation which takes you back to carbon. And carbon is the manufacturation or the saturation of life. Therefore means without dark matter, there is no life, there is no light. And so this substance helps everyone return back to their natural state. That's the first thing I want to say. Right, so wearing a Shungite necklace is ideally one of the first things that one can do. You can also wear an Orgonite. Now, Orgonite is as powerful as Shungite. The only difference is with an Orgonite, it is a combination of substances which creates the same kind of frequency that Shungite would do. The Orgonite brings life as well. It is a manufacturation of life and a saturation of life. So, in essence, everything that you utilize to protect yourself from harmful radiation has high content of what we call negative ions, which means that it's highly charged of electrons, meaning that the more atoms you have in your body, that's called negating, to receive, right? As opposed to losing an atom, positive, it comes out of your body. So basically, anything which has negative ion to pull in energy creates life, such as nature, lava, being by the ocean. These are negative ion spaces. Now, frequencies like 3G, 4G, 5G reduces the possibility for you to absorb this. So what we do, the Orgonite, such as, what is an Orgonite? Let me see if I have any here. Not right next to me. All I have is a big pyramid. But an Orgonite, you can check out the link on my Instagram page and that would make sense about what an Orgonite is. The Orgonite releases that, and it's one of the best things to be out there to release that. The Shungite also. Now, what I want to say now that you know that these substances create high charges of positive energy that you can utilize, we are now going to look at ways and technique that you can place in your home to reduce some of the waves. So one thing that I would suggest or recommend is perhaps getting a lot of Shungite pieces. It doesn't have to be elite. Begin by placing each piece of Shungite next to every sockets. You can get blue tag, stick it next to a socket, stick it next to your electrical meter, stick it underneath your radiator. Now let me give you the science of the radiator. The radiator obviously is where the water moves through, and the pipes, basically putting them next to the pipes creates a movement of energy. Wherever there's movement, there's life. So the moment you put the Shungite there, or stick it on the radiator, or place it next to one of these equipment, it will create life. It will generate more chi in the household, in the space that you're in. So this is one of the techniques, right, that you can utilize. Very important to place them by the water mains. Next, that you've covered the sockets, you've covered the radiator, you want to now create a field. How do we create a field? There's various ways. Some people use paint, such as graphite, shungite, paint, to create a field so you can paint your walls in a particular crystal, such as that stone. Now, if you haven't got the possibility, or perhaps your finances are low, the next thing that you can do, as opposed to do this, is you can begin wiring your house, putting wire all across the house. Okay, copper wire, that would be. That would generate a form of a circuit which will create protection. That's one way. Now, when you wire up your house, you can use pieces like the Orgonites, whether it's a cube, a pendant, it could be a cube, a pendant, a pyramid. And what you want to do, your pyramid, or whatever it is, you connect a wire. So let me see if I have a pyramid here. Well, put it this way. Imagine this is a pyramid, or this is an orgonite in itself. So you put a wire, I've got a copper wire. So you put the wire, like a long cord wire, and you swing it around and make sure it's connected to there. Again, you can use blue tag. And you swing it around the whole house, make it circulate, so the copper is all around the house. And remember, because it's a circuit, it will then communicate to this and generate the chi throughout the copper into this, which creates a full circuit board. So this is what a circuit is. It's so simple. Simple science that human beings have forgotten because we're so caught up on technology and cannot see the basics of protecting oneself. You know, in Africa, they still use copper chains to protect themselves. People used to do that. People used to do this like many years ago, thousands of years ago, where they would wear a copper chain, and it would generate a protection towards the throat. You know, so these are simple techniques. Now, all these new technologies that are in place, yes, they do work. They have their different integration, but in essence, they all do the same thing. One just has to cultivate enough knowledge on what it is that is affecting them and how to best deal with the situation by just studying atoms, ions, positive and negative atoms, and seeing how one can benefit to create circuits. Now, the simplest aspects of the body is so deep because your fingers are circuit boards. Your fingers and your hands are the ultimate power source to energizing this whole physical makeup. Just by placing your hand like this, you generate an electrical current which is called prayer. That prayer is connecting to all your fingers, generating all the nerves into the brain, and it creates the full circuit in your whole body by just closing your hands together. Now, the mudras are the same thing. You activate different channel points, but I won't go into that because today I just wanted to talk about this. I hope this made a lot of sense. So whenever you're shopping online or searching for things, just think ions, atoms. How do I connect these different atoms to generate an energy circuit around my house? Thank you so much. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram